Ladies and gentlemen, your content should be generating you income. It is 2026. Good morning. It's the year of alignment. It's the year that we do things with purpose. It's the year that we stop wasting our time that we never get back. You should be generating income and building your business with your online business in 2026. If you are not doing that, we have to fix it today, okay? Not tomorrow, not on Monday. It needs to be done today because we are only getting older. I also want you guys to understand this. Good morning. You should be generating income in your sleep, okay? We're not always going to be generating income while we're awake. It also needs to take place while we're asleep and spending time with our family. If you are not doing that, that is a problem. Good morning. And we have to fix it today, okay? Ladies, you only need one product in your store. You only need one. And that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. Good morning. How the heck do I know that? Because my online business changed my life. Okay, I started during COVID. And I now have peace and freedom. I get to do what I want and when I want. I have financial freedom. I have purpose, okay? I wake up every day doing what I love to do. And you can do that too. But in order to get that done, we have to stop living in fear. See, if I know anything about you, you're fearful of everything. You're so fearful of your brilliant idea because you're afraid of what people are gonna say. You're afraid of looking stupid. You're afraid of being judged. On my life, fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. You're running away from the very one thing that would change your entire life forever. Forever, okay? So we have to finally let go of fear so we can live the dream life that we've always wanted for ourselves. The version of you ladies who's showing up confidently, posting her content, running her business, living life to the fullest, living in her purpose, not caring what people think, the one who follows through with the promises she makes to herself, she's already within you. She's already inside. She's just deep, deep inside, buried under all of the fear and the procrastination and the limiting beliefs, the lack of boundaries and the lack of self-respect. So we have to fix that so we can finally build our dream business, okay? We don't have a choice. You get in your own way. Now, what I want to know is this, good morning, who on this live is fed up of their own BS? If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. And what I mean by that is you're tired of always starting and stopping. You're tired of giving up on your dreams. You're tired of not feeling good enough for the dreams that you have. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. If you're tired of getting in your own way, go ahead and put me in the chat. I also want to know who on this live, good morning, lives in fear. Which woman on this live lives in fear? And this is a judgment-free zone, ladies. It's okay. We listen. We don't judge. But if that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat because I need to talk to you this morning as well. I also want to talk to the woman on this live who is fed up of living paycheck to paycheck. Very good, Mike. You've been there. You've done that. You might have lived that way in 2025 and you're ready for something different. If that is you, good morning. Go ahead and put me in the chat. And last but not least, good morning. I also want to know who on this live has no clue as to what a digital product is. If you don't have any idea, go ahead and put me in the chat because I'm going to teach you. And for those of you guys who have never seen my face before, good morning. Happy Friday, 2026. This is the year of alignment. My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you guys how to build your online business from scratch. Okay, we starting from the root, the foundation up. But not only are we going to build our online business from scratch, we're also going to build ourselves. We're going to build our mindset. We're going to build our confidence and our discipline and our follow through so we actually get the shit done. Okay, we're not starting and stopping anymore. Those days are over. So it'd be in your best interest to take notes because if I know anything about you, you're human. And like all humans, we tend to forget. Good morning, because life, and stresses. So write it down and take your notes so that if I do say something that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to those notes and get it done, okay? Also, the key word of this live is gonna be execution. Ladies, go ahead and write this down. Good morning. Execution, execution, execution. This is the key word, meaning we have to do it. Do not sit up on my live and waste your precious time. If you're not gonna do none of the things we're talking about this morning, you are wasting your time. You have to execute in order to get something done. You can't just talk about it. You can't just pray about it. You have to do it, because faith without works is dead. Oh yeah, it sure is. And we're not gonna waste our time no more. So you will write the shit down. I'm trying not to curse this morning, my apologies. You're gonna write it down and then you're gonna execute. Okay? Yes, thank you for reminding me, Aura. Yes, let me go ahead and mirror you guys right now so that y'all can read what I'm writing down. Good morning. All right, so if y'all have your pen and paper in hand, go ahead and put ready in the chat. Also, make sure you guys like, comment, and share this live. The more we interact, the more we comment, like, share, all of the things, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live to more people. Thank you so much for subscribing. So please make sure you write it down. Excuse me, please make sure you guys interact with the live. Just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others, okay? Good morning, good morning. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Oh wait, let's do an affirmation real quick. Y'all know I'm big on my affirmations. We say these things so we can start to think positively about ourselves. The way you feel about yourself determines how you show up for yourself. And if you don't feel good about yourself, you never show up well for yourself. We gotta change it, okay? It's okay to leave my comfort zone. Amen, amen, good morning. It is okay to leave my comfort zone. Ladies, we getting up out there. We're getting up out the comfort zone. We are packing our bags and we are leaving, because growth only takes place when you remove yourself out that comfort zone. There's no growth where you're comfortable. We got to get uncomfortable. Okay, so what is a digital product? Good morning. And how will we build our online business? Let's talk. Okay, a digital product is something you do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix. Think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it. It's all out in the cloud somewhere. Okay, ladies, we're going to create something to sell. And it can be anything. I don't care what it is. Do not overthink. There is something that you already know how to do, and that's what I need you to sell. Okay? When I first started 6 years ago, you guys, I lost 100 pounds. Yes, I was a very big girl. And on my weight loss journey, I learned how to eat right and I learned how to exercise. So I put all that information I learned into an ebook teaching other people how to lose weight. And I sold that on YouTube. So there's anything that you know how to do, please monetize it. Please sell it. Maybe you're really good at being a parent. Okay, well, you could teach other women how to be good parents. Okay, just do something. And it doesn't have to be an ebook. You could do an e-course, you could do a private community, workbooks, journals, it doesn't matter. The possibilities are endless. The only limitation, ladies, is the limitation that you put on yourself. So if you stop putting limitations on yourself, anything can get done. Good morning. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys 2 apps. And these apps will change your entire life if you use them, meaning we have to execute. If you're ready for app number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Good morning, good morning. If you're ready for app number 1, put a 1 in the chat. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and we are building our online business from scratch. We're building our confidence. We're building our self-respect. We're gonna stop people pleasing and we're gonna focus on ourselves. We're gonna set some boundaries for our life. Non-negotiables, the bare minimum, okay? We're not gonna waste no more time. Not in 2026. Yes, Melly, not in 2026. App number 1 is Canva. Write it down, C-A-N-V-A. Good morning. This app is going to be your best friend. Everything that you need, Canva got you covered, okay? Now they do have a premium version, and I believe that is $14.99. But most of the time they have a promotion going. So if you're a brand new person to Canva, a lot of times they give you like 3 months for free. I've seen $5 for the first 3 months. So there's always something going on. But after that promotion, ladies, we're gonna pay $14.99. And don't sit here and say, oh, I don't have it. That's not true, because you're at Chipotle every day, spending $25 on a bowl, getting extra chicken. Okay. Canva. Let's go ahead and talk about it. You'll use it for everything. So maybe you want to create content. You can get your Instagram and TikTok templates off of there. Nice, pretty templates. You can make the words all pretty colors, add some animations, all of the cool things, okay? Maybe you want to start that YouTube channel. I tell y'all every morning, start a YouTube channel. Maybe today you're going to listen. Canva has thousands of YouTube thumbnails on there. Those are the pictures that people see before they click on the video. That's what entices people to click those thumbnails. So they have thousands of templates on there. And it's really easy, ladies. You just drag and drop. Please don't overthink nothing in 2026, okay? And maybe you do want to sell an ebook. That's what I'm going to teach you guys how to make this morning. And you want to make it look all professional and branded. Fine. Canva has thousands of ebook templates on there for you, okay? I promise you, Canva has everything you need. Now, before we get into app number 2, I want to speak to the woman who's still living in fear. Hi. We already said on this live, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're trying to do right now because that's what you're used to. And you're saying things to yourself like, well, Jazz, I'm not tech savvy. What if I'm too old to start an online business? What if it's too late for me? Good morning. Okay, well, before you run away, listen to me very closely. Ladies, you woke up this morning, okay? Thank you, digital. You woke up this morning. That's a blessing, okay? Every day that you are blessed with another day means that you have another day to work towards your goals and your dreams. So instead of wasting the time that you are blessed with, like scrolling on social media for hours, how about we use that blessing and walk towards our purpose, do things that we love and monetize it. So until you are 6 feet under, ma'am, thank you, Melly, it is not too late to start your online business. Number 2, for those of y'all who think you're not tech savvy, listen to me very closely. You are on your cell phone all day long. Don't sit up on my live and tell no tales. Take those lies somewhere else. You are on your cell phone damn near all day. From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, you are scrolling social. You're liking pictures, commenting, sharing, all of the things. That takes tech savviness, okay? So you will use that same tech savviness that you already have and build your online business. And for those of you guys who think you're too old, what did I say? We're gonna sell our knowledge. So if you are older, you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom, which means you have a lot of things that you could sell, okay? Good. App number 2, good morning, good morning. App number 2, welcome, welcome. So app number 1 was Canva. App number 2, remember the key word of this live is execution. So we gotta do it. You gotta do it. Thank you. I'm wondering we're talking about our digital products. We were talking about our digital products. Okay, app number 2, write this down. Chat GPT. Chat GPT. Good morning. This is AI. This is AI. You will be using AI for everything. Also, you guys, the more you like, comment, and share this live, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live to more people. Believe it or not, a lot of women are tired of their own BS too, child. They was fed up last year. They want to build confidence in themselves so they can finally follow through with the goals that they have for themselves. So just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others. Yes, chat is my BFF for life. You will be using chat for everything, okay? This is AI. Now they do have a premium version, and that's $20. But you do not need it. No, you are good on the free version, okay? So don't worry about it. Chat GPT, everything. So maybe you want to create content, but you're just not sure what kind of videos to make. Ask chat, he'll tell you. Maybe you want to start your YouTube channel, but you just don't know what to say in the videos. Maybe you're a little camera shy. Fine. ChatGPT will script the entire video for you. Now all you have to do is say the words. I'm telling y'all, we got to lock in. Y'all are leaving money on the table. And maybe you do want to sell an ebook. That's what I'm going to teach you guys how to make this morning, but you don't know what to put in the ebook? Fine. What if I told you ChatGPT will write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end in under 30 seconds? Ladies, it has never been easier than today to build your online business from scratch, but you live in fear, and that's why it's not getting done. So we're gonna stop that and we're gonna do it, okay? If you're ready for prompt number 1, put a 1 in the chat. I love it. I do pay money. Yes, I love the premium version too. It is worth it. For those of y'all, thank you, MJ. For those of y'all who are considering, I'm telling you, the premium version is worth it. It really is. But you are good on free. You're good on free, okay? If you're ready for prompt number 1, put a 1 in the chat. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. If you're not taking notes, you are doing yourself a disservice because we have to execute. And how we gonna do that if you're gonna forget? You're gonna forget. So just save yourself the headache and just write it down, okay? Very good. Let's do an affirmation real quick. Ooh, I have the strength to overcome any setbacks. I have the strength to overcome any setbacks. Amen, amen. You can do it. You can do it. Prompt number 1, give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. I got you, A Glow, because we're gonna sell it, we're gonna create it, you guys, and we're gonna learn how to sell it. We're creating the ebook this morning, and we're gonna learn how to sell it this morning. Okay, so that's why y'all need to take notes. I told you I'm giving y'all the tea. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Thank you, Lizette. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you got that, put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Ladies, closed mouths don't get fed. How do I know that you got it if you don't tell me? And don't wait 10 minutes into the live and be like, Jess, can you repeat it? No, I cannot. Because you should have asked now. Clock it. Very good. I'm glad y'all got that. TikTok number 1. Where y'all at? Because I don't see y'all. I see y'all, but I don't see y'all. So don't nobody on the screen. Got it. Ain't nobody. Everybody sleep. Y'all sleep. Y'all clocked out. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Very good. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. You're going to hit enter. Now, before we move forward, I need you guys to write this word down. Oops. Take the LY out. I need you guys to write this word down. This says consistent. Consistent. In 2026, we are going to lock in on the true definition of the word consistent because a lot of you guys are very confused. So I'm going to go ahead and unconfuse you. See, a lot of y'all believe that the word consistent means once in a while, when I feel like it, if I have time, once every 6 months. No, that's not consistent. Consistent means more often than not. So if there are 7 days in a week, consistent means at least 4 out of the 7. Ladies, anything that you want to do in life requires consistency. I can't make this up. In order for you to get that paycheck in 2 weeks, don't you have to consistently go to work more often than not? Oh, yes. We've got to be consistent. For my girlies on this live who have lost weight, I have lost 100 pounds. You know this to be true. In order to lose weight, don't you have to consistently eat less and consistently move your body? The answer is yes. So your business and any other goals that you have works the same way. We will be consistently, thank you, working on our business. No ifs, ands, or buts. We're going off of the plan, not the mood. I need you to be consistent. Now, let's make it easy because consistency could be hard. So we're going to make it easy so it's not. It is so much easier for you to be consistent when you choose something off of the list that ChatGPT gave you that you truly have a passion for. I want you to go through and only choose things that you would love to do all the time. If it's not something you could see yourself talking about all the time, then that's not the niche for you. And if it gave you 10 things and you don't like none of the things it gave you, fine, just ask for 10 more and keep asking until it gives you something you want to use, okay? Stop making things hard. You're making it hard on yourself. Ladies, let me tell you this. This transformation is the same transformation I went on in my own life. Let me tell you this. I can't make this up. When you wake up every day happy to live life, I mean genuinely happy, like you're excited to start your day. You're not dragging it. You're not, oh, here we go. No, you get up out the bed and you're excited for the things that you have to do today. When you live your life like that, it brings a whole new energy out you. It brings a whole new level of confidence out you. To get up every day doing what you love, that's how you walk in purpose. And the beauty of having an online business is that it could be anything. It really could. You see it for yourself. So please do yourself a favor and only pick something that you would truly love to talk about all the time. Because when you do things that you love, it doesn't feel like work. When things don't feel like work, you're more likely to do them. Thank you, Bella. So then it's easy to be consistent. For those of you guys who have lost weight, isn't it easier to eat clean, eat healthy when you eat healthy foods that you actually like? Yes. Isn't it easier to consistently exercise when you do exercise activities that you actually like? Yes. So please structure your business the same way. Okay? One more thing before moving to prompt number 2. Write this down. This is critical. This is critical. Money flows where energy goes. Write that down. Money flows where energy goes. If you're anything like how I used to be, you give your energy to anybody and everything. You're giving all your energy to your spouse. You're giving all your energy to your kids. You're giving all of your energy to your friends. You're giving all your energy to your parents and your family. You're giving all of your energy to your job. You're giving all your energy to your coworkers. You're giving all your energy to celebrity gossip and the news. And by the time you sit down to work on something for yourself, you can't, because you have given all your energy away. So now you feel frustrated, exhausted, and not happy. And you keep giving up on stuff because you have no energy. We're changing that today. Not tomorrow, today. Ladies, I need you to start giving some of that energy back to yourself. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to start a business. It does not make you a bad mother because you want to do something for yourself for once. It does not make you a bad friend because you don't want to sit on the phone and talk about your friend's problems with her. It makes you human. You deserve to be happy too. You deserve to do something for yourself too. You deserve your energy too. I'm not sitting here saying that you shouldn't put your kids first, but what I am saying is you matter too. I need you to start telling people no. The answer is no. And no is a complete sentence. It doesn't need explanation. No, I cannot loan you no money. That's money I could be using for my business. No, I cannot take you nowhere. That is time I could be spending on my business. No, I cannot sit here and talk to you about your problems. That is energy I could be using for my business or any other goal that I have. The answer is no. When you start giving out more no's than yeses, you start to feel better. So for all my people pleasers who want to sit around and do for everyone else, in 2026, we're going to do for ourselves. The answer is no. And if people have a problem with the boundaries that you are setting, then they're not for you anyways. And they don't deserve to be a part of this new chapter in your life. Because the version of you who loves herself, who does for herself, who has self-respect, she also knows how to tell people no. And we're going to say no and not feel bad about it. The answer is no. Okay? Amen. All right. Y'all got all that. Once you choose the digital product idea you want to use, you will then type this into chat. This is prompt number 2. Write it down. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. You're welcome. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook. I cannot, Yet Leaks. Yet Leaks said, I told my girlfriend no and I got backhanded. Listen, we're not doing that. We're not gonna talk about that this morning, okay? Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you got that, got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Closed mouths do not get fed. And don't wait 10 minutes into the live asking me to repeat. No, because you should have asked now. Let's go. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and I'm teaching you guys how to build your online business. So we are creating the ebook, and then we're going to sell it. We're creating it, and we're going to sell it. And not only are we working on building our business, but we're building ourselves. We're going to build some confidence in 2026. We're going to say nice things to ourselves in 2026. I am capable of achieving my dreams. Look at that. I am capable of achieving my dreams. What I say earlier, the only limitation is the limitation you put on yourself. I can't make this up. I am deserving of joy, success, and love. I am deserving of joy, success, and love. Very good. All right, you're going to hit enter. This is what I mean by it's never been easier than today to build the online business because chat wrote it for you. Now all you have to do is copy and paste. You will copy what chat gave you and paste it into your Canva template. So in the Canva app, enter ebooks, hit enter. It's going to give you thousands of templates. Just pick your most favorite one. And they're all 1000% customizable. You can swap out the colors, the fonts, the pictures, all the things, okay? You will copy and paste. Ladies, in 2026, we're not overthinking. We are not doing that anymore. It gets you nowhere. Stop. Write this down. KISS, K-I-S-S. This is an acronym that stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Keep it simple, silly. Stop overthinking. Stop. It doesn't get you anywhere. It just keeps you wasting time. Just make sure it is clean, simple, legible. That's it. Okay? That's it. Once you are done copying and pasting and you love the way your ebook looks, you will download it as a PDF file. PDF file. Okay? When you have downloaded it as a PDF, you will upload it to your hosting site. Y'all better write these down. Let's go. Stan Store. Etsy. Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Good morning. If you got all of that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. Also, you guys, my name is Coach Jazz. Good morning. If I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, double tap the screen, like, comment, share. Believe it or not, the more we interact with this live TikTok and YouTube, the more this live will get pushed to more women who are tired of their own BS. They was trying to fix it 10 years ago. Still ain't been fixed. So just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others, okay? Now, these are some of the most popular hosting sites. Yes, these are some of the most popular hosting sites, okay? There's plenty more out there. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. These are some of the most popular ones, okay? And you only need one of these. You only need one of these. You don't have to put your product on all. Just choose one. Just choose one, okay? Now, you got all this. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons. I know, I'm sorry, YouTube. I don't know how to turn the mirror on YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. Yes, it's backwards for y'all. It is backwards for y'all. Okay, so let's talk. So the beauty of having a coach, ladies, and having a mentor is they can teach you things to do and not to do, all from their own personal experiences, okay? Listen, I done made a lot of changes in my life over these past few years of entrepreneurship. Let me tell you, one of the biggest lessons I've learned in entrepreneurship, this is life advice, ladies. Good morning. You have got to get a handle on your finances in 2026. We have got to develop financial literacy. We have got to learn about it, and we've got to execute it. Because the version of you who shows up, who's truly happy and living in peace, she's not stressing about money. No, she's not. Because that's where a lot of our stress comes from. Money and lack of it. We have got to learn financial literacy. We have got to put ourselves on a budget and stick to the budget. Because I promise you this, it does not matter how much money you make, you will find yourself continuing to live paycheck to paycheck if you do not fix it, because you have a spending problem. How do I know that? Because I had a spending problem. I never used to understand how people could make so much money and be so broke until I lived it. I was making $20,000 and $30,000 a month, broke as hell. How is that even humanly possible? Because I didn't have a budget. Whatever I wanted, I bought. No financial literacy, no priorities. And I continued to live that way until I fixed it. Ladies, we're not living broke no more. Those days are coming to an end. You have got to put yourself on a budget. I need you to start tallying up what comes into the house versus what comes out. Okay? And the reason why I'm saying all of this is because you're starting a business. Welcome. And in the world of entrepreneurship, there are fees. And don't sit here and say you can't afford a fee, because you are at Chipotle every day spending $25 on a bowl. You are at happy hour, you're shopping on Fashion Nova, Shein, and TikTok Shop. Don't try me. Don't do it. Do not do it. These hosting sites have fees too. Now, I use Stan Store. I love Stan. Stan is great, but Stan is very expensive. Stan is $99 a month. Yeah, she said no more Starbucks. No, Starbucks is over, ma'am. You're not spending no more money at nobody's Starbucks. No. Okay. Stan is $99 a month. That is very high if your business isn't making that yet. Okay. If you're just getting started and brand new to all of this, fine. We all had a day one. So Stan Store is not for you. Instead, I want you to use Gumroad, Gumroad, because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. They charge you 10% for every sale. Yes, 10%. So until you make money, you do not have to spend it. That's a great place to start. Now, what I know is this: you will make money. How do I know that? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and you promised me you were going to execute. So when you do start making money, then come to Stan, because Stan Store has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Ladies, let me tell you what's going on in the world of finance. People today love buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later is taking over. People are using buy now, pay later over credit cards. And no, it's not just poor people. Six-figure earners are also resulting to Klarna, Afterpay, QuadPay, Affirm, all of them. Why? Because they can buy now and pay later. And if you have a buy now, pay later on your site, you will make more. Yes, you will. But for now, you will start on Gumroad, you will build your business, and then you will transfer everything over to Stan Store later. Okay? We clear. So what we just did was we just made the ebook. We took Canva, we took chat, we put it together, and we wrote the ebook. Now we have to sell it. We gotta sell it. We gotta sell it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Sales is 80% of the business. 80. That is more than half. So we gotta get this right. We don't have a choice. But before we get into sales, real quick, I need to make something crystal clear. That process of copying and pasting, using Canva, ChatGPT, putting it together, making that ebook, that process should not take you longer than 2 hours. Honestly, it shouldn't take you longer than 1, but I'm gonna give you some grace and I'm gonna give you 2. And I don't care how old you are. Age ain't nothing but a number. I don't give a damn. Not on this live. Go take that excuse somewhere else. You are capable. You're not going to sit here and try to convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy some words that AI wrote for you and paste it into Canva. No, it does not, ladies. And if it is taking you longer than 2 hours, then we have a serious, serious problem that we got to fix today, not tomorrow. One problem that you might be experiencing, and I used to do this too, you want to be perfect. You're a perfectionist, right? So that means everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. You're the woman who's going to waste 6 months of her life sitting on a brilliant idea that you'll never get the time back, by the way, just so you can overthink some more and make sure everything's perfect. So then when you do start, you're going to start, stop, take things out, get frustrated and irritated because it's still not perfect. And then you're going to give up on it yet again. And you're going to let three more months go by that you do not get back just to overthink and have OCD and try to be perfect some more, just wasting time. And then when you do decide to get started yet again, this time you're going to go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And the crazy thing is, these people that you're asking, they don't even run a business. And these aren't even people you would trade lives with. But for some reason, their opinion means so much to you. And then when they give you their opinion about what you should do with your life, you listen and you care. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by. And you still ain't did shit. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Listen, I used to be the same way. That's how I know. It's okay. But I need to hold your hands very tightly when I say this to you. Ma'am, you are not perfect. You are not perfect. You are flawed as hell, but that's okay because I'm not perfect either. I am flawed as hell. We are all perfectly imperfect. What you really are is scary. Thank you, Bless. You're fearful as hell. What do we say on this live? Fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing. You are so fearful of trying something new and it failing, so you run away. You are so fearful of putting yourself out there and people talking about you, so you run away. You are so fearful of all these things that you don't do anything but waste time. And if you want to dig even deeper, the reason why we have all these excuses and these distractions and this procrastination and this fear is really because it's all forms of self-sabotage. This is a you versus you problem. This is not group sabotage. This is self-inflicted. This is self-sabotage. You are doing this to yourself. No, it is not your family. No, it is not your environment. It is you. There's a problem with you, and we have to fix it today. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because we have fragile little egos. And your ego couldn't possibly handle feeling disappointed, putting yourself out there, trying something new, and then it fails. And now you feel disappointed in yourself. So to avoid that feeling of disappointment, you make excuses, you procrastinate, you talk about shoulda, woulda, coulda, if, ands, or buts to protect yourself from feeling disappointed if it doesn't work out. But you already said that you're tired of your own BS. You said that you were tired of starting and stopping. You said that you were tired of lacking confidence in yourself. You said you were tired of living paycheck to paycheck. You said you hate your job. That's what you said. Okay? Well, I'm here trying to help you fix it. I want to help you fix it. But how can we fix it if we don't change some things around? See, every day that you live like that, not having confidence, giving up on yourself, talking to yourself crazy, not having boundaries, giving up on the business, not running the business, every time we do these things, you are still living in disappointment because there are still things about your life that you are not 1000% happy with. So let's fix it. Let's fix the confidence. How? By keeping the promises that we make to ourselves. Because if you keep giving up, no wonder you have no confidence. We have to fix it by just keep going. If you are tired of living paycheck to paycheck, then fine, let's fix it. But how can we fix it if we don't bring more money into this house? How can we get people to buy our stuff if there's no product? You can't. It doesn't work that way. So you have to just launch. That's all you can do. You will launch with what you have. And understand and understand that everything that you do over and over and over again consistently gets better and better over time. The more content you put out, the better it will get. The more products you create, the better they will get. But we're not going to wait to be perfect because it doesn't even exist. And we're not going to keep living in fear and letting fear steal our dream life from us. Everything always gets better when you keep doing it. Everything. You didn't always know how to read and write, but now you do that just fine. How? Because you had to keep doing it. You didn't always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to keep doing it. So just imagine if you just kept putting out content, if you just kept working on your digital product after it launched, it would get better too. All of our favorite businesses that we shop with today got better along the way. Look at Netflix. Netflix did not always have a fancy app. No, they did not. They were not always doing comedy specials with Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle. No. They were not doing pay-per-view, and they didn't have their own original movies and series winning Oscars. Years ago, before COVID, you used to have to go on their website, netflix.com. You used to have to make a list of the movies you wanted to see. And these movies were not their originals. These were movies that were once in theaters. You would make the list and they would mail you a DVD off of the list. You could watch the DVD as many times as you wanted. And when you were ready for the next one, you had to send that one back. They launched with what they had. And the more they worked on their business, the better the business got. And now it's what it is today. So, you will do the same thing. You will launch with what you have. You will not wait to be perfect. And you will get better along the way too. Okay? Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you're distracted as fuck. Listen, I know I'm not the coach for everybody because not everybody wants to hear the truth. But I don't care. I'm gonna tell you the truth because the truth will set you free. When you get off work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but you would rather not. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrity drama. When you do have time off from work, like the weekends, you could work on the business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but you choose not to. You would rather scroll social media, you'd rather watch Netflix and Hulu for hours, getting nothing done. Late at night, when your children are asleep, you could work on the business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but you'd rather not. You would rather scroll social media for hours, laughing at funny videos and sending them back and forth in the group chats. And the reason why we have all of these distractions in the first place is because we're trying to escape. This is escapism. That's what you're doing, 1000%. And the reason why we try to escape is because there's things about our life that we are not 1000% happy with. And instead of you being a grown woman and fixing it, you'd rather run from it because it's easier. but let's take a new path. Let's try something different, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Okay, we did that in 2025. Let's switch things up. Okay? Listen, instead of trying to run away from a life that you're not 1000% happy with, how about we just lock in and build a life that we never feel the need to escape from? So this is what you're going to do today. I need you to turn the TV off. No TV. Put the phone on do not disturb. Tell your little friends you will talk to them later. You are building your dream life. You are going to sit down at home. No, you don't need to go to Starbucks because you get distracted there. You will start the product and you will finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week, because we already know how you do. You don't ever come back. We're going to start it and we're going to finish it. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, then go ahead and put clear in the chat, because respectfully, ain't no point in talking about somebody's sales if you don't have nothing to sell. Good morning, and for those of y'all who are just tuning in, happy Friday. It is 2026. My name is Coach Jazz. I taught you guys how to build the ebook. Now we're going to sell it. If I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, please double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. YouTube and TikTok. The more we interact, the more they push this live to more people who want better for themselves. They want their business. They want to have confidence. They want all of the things, okay? Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Let's do another affirmation and we'll get started. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. How do we show love to ourselves? By doing things for ourselves. Do you prioritize 8 hours of sleep? No. Do you eat right? Do you exercise? Do you keep promises that you make to yourself? Do you only surround yourself with people who truly love you? Oh. Well, let's start getting 8 hours of sleep. Let's remove toxic people from our life. Let's start eating our fruits and veggies. Let's start getting our steps in and drinking our water. Let's start prioritizing ourselves. Let's start doing things that make us happy. Sounds like a plan. Sales. Now, I told you guys a few minutes ago that sales is 80% of the business. 80. That's more than half. That is more than half. Yes, I can repeat it. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself, okay? All right, so I told you guys earlier, sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half. So we gotta get this right, or we ain't got no business. Now I'm gonna be honest. Most people fail at sales. Most people fail here. And it's not for the reasons that you think, because I know some of y'all, oh my God, because it's so hard. No. That's not why people are failing at sales. Thank you. Sales is actually easy. It really is. But people make it hard on themselves because of the things that people think in regards to sales. So before we can get into sales tips, we got to fix our mindset around sales. A lot of you guys think that if you talk about your product too much, people will unfollow you. People will think you're annoying. People will think you're begging them for money. Okay. What I need you to understand is this. Selling is not begging. Selling is solving. People have a problem. You have a solution. It's that simple. Stop overthinking it. People have a problem. You have a solution. You are not begging anyone for anything. They either want help or they don't. That's it. Number 2, you don't have a choice but to talk about your products and your services and how you can help them consistently, because people will forget. Ladies, People got their own lives. They are not thinking about you. Life be lifing and stress be stressing, and they are fed with content all day. They're not going to remember anything you said. You have to consistently remind people about your products and services so that they can even begin to remember who you are. Why do you think I keep telling you to take notes? Because I already know you're human. I know you're going to forget. You always do. But if you write it down, you won't. That's why I'm telling you to write it down, so you'll always have the information. Why do you guys think I keep telling you the key word of this live is execution? I've said that word like 20 times so far. Why do I keep repeating myself? So it sticks in your pretty head that not only are we writing it down, but we are going to execute it. You have to remind people consistently. That's the only way this is going to work. Because they're going to forget. Not because they don't like you, not because they don't want it, but because they forgot. Look at Amazon. We all know who they are. We are all well aware. We got the memo. And most of us are Prime members, meaning we pay a monthly subscription for 2-day, same day, and 1-day shipping. And even though most of us are already Amazon customers, they still remind you consistently that they exist. How? Those damn Amazon trucks that you see on the road. You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing that big blue truck with their logo on it. They didn't have to paint the truck. They didn't have to put their logo on it. They could have left it blank, but they chose not to. Why? To remind you that they exist, so that every time you see that truck, which is all day, your brain remembers Amazon. You can't even go down a neighborhood or an office. Maybe you work in an office. All you see all day are freaking Amazon boxes everywhere. They didn't have to put their logo on them cardboard boxes. They could have left them blank. They didn't have to make the packing paper Prime, say Prime on it. They didn't have to do none of that. They could have left it all blank, but they chose not to. Why? So that every single time you see one of them packages, which is literally all day at this point, your brain thinks Amazon. Do you think they're worried about being annoying? Do you think they're worried about you thinking that they're begging you for money? Do you think they're afraid of you unsubscribing from Prime? Please. They know you're not going nowhere. They know you're not going nowhere because they know they have a solution to your problem. You're lazy and you want convenience. We all do. And they got you covered. And every month they get that Prime subscription right about that account because they know you want that 2-day, 1-day, and same day shipping. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you because I'm all over the internet. I've been doing this for 6 years. You might have found me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Facebook. I'm everywhere. How is it that I'm able to show up consistently and talk to people about Glow Up Academy and not worrying about people thinking I'm being annoying or begging them for money or unsubscribing? How am I able to do that? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. People want to build their online business. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. People want to learn how to sell and make money off of their products. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. People want to become confident. They want to follow through. They want to believe in themselves and stop living in fear. I teach them that all inside of Glow Up Academy. I'm not begging anyone for anything. They either want help or they don't. If they unfollow me, I don't give a damn. They weren't ready to glow up, and that's fine. They don't have to be. They'll come back when they are. And because I have that energy with my products and services, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services, they sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, you are going to have the same energy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We're not living in fear. Not anymore. Those days are over. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. Good morning. And for those of you guys who are just tuning in, hello, my name is Coach Jazz. We're building our online business. We can do this. We got to stop giving up on ourselves. We got to stop being inconsistent. We got to stop caring what people think. We got to stop, because it's not getting you anywhere. It's just wasting time that you never get back. And let's address the elephant in the room, which is failure. A lot of y'all want an online business so bad. You've already thought it. Let me tell you this. If you even thought the thought, ladies, that's because you can. God does not give you ideas that you can't do. He does not. Why would he plant seeds in an environment that can't harvest it? So if you even thought about posting content, that's because you can. If you even thought about running an online business, that's because you can, or that thought would have never even crossed your mind. But you are so afraid of failure, failing to realize you don't even know what failure means. A lot of y'all are very confused. So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. Some of y'all think failure is you create your first YouTube video, and if you don't get 50,000 subscribers in a week, then you failed. Some of y'all believe that if you launch your first ebook and you're not a millionaire in 30 days, then you failed. And some of y'all are really out here thinking that if you post your first TikTok reel and you don't get 10,000 views in an hour, then you failed. But that's not failure. Failure only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel and you say, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I give up. Well, then that is when you have failed. But if every single day you just commit to getting a little bit better, I'm not even asking you to do a lot, ladies. Just do something different today that you didn't do yesterday. That's it. No matter how big or how small. As long as you do that every single day, that's not failure. Because you're still showing up. You're still trying. You're still committed. You're still giving it what you can. So you're not failing. Maybe yesterday you made excuses. How about today you just don't? Maybe yesterday you thought about making content. How about today you do it? Maybe yesterday you didn't drink any water. How about today you do? Maybe yesterday you sat on the couch all day. How about today you get up and get 5K steps in? As long as we just do something different that we didn't do yesterday, that's not failure, because you're still trying. We have these ridiculous timelines on when we think the results should come, because you have become entitled to time. That's what this is. This is entitlement. And you have pulled some bizarre number out of thin air, and you believe that's how it should be because you said so. And so if it doesn't happen in the timeline that you set, then you believe you failed. But what if I told you, as long as you keep going, you eventually get what you want? For my girlies who have lost weight, I lost 100 pounds. Is this or is this not true? If you continuously eat less food and continuously move your body, won't you eventually get to your goal weight? No, it may not happen in 2 weeks, but eventually you will get there. If you're trying to fix your credit, if you consistently pay down your credit cards and consistently start paying the bill on time, won't you eventually get good credit? Yes. Yes, you will. Eventually you will. So remove the timeline. Get rid of the timeline, because that's what's holding you up. And just understand that as long as you keep going, you will eventually get what you want. So for those of you guys who are so afraid to fail, just don't quit. Because if you don't quit, then you didn't fail. And now you have nothing to worry about. Okay? Good. Glad we got that out of our system. No more failure. I don't want to hear it. Sales tip number 1, write this down. Good morning. Content is king. And distribution is queen. Content is king. Distribution is queen. She said it's hard to remove the timeline. No, it's not. I need you to stop obsessing over the timeline. There is no timeline, ladies. There's no timeline for anything. Yes, you can speed up the timeline by stop making excuses. That is true. But if you're showing up consistently, it's going to eventually happen. It always does. It always does. Reflect in your life. Whatever you stayed consistent with, eventually you got what you wanted. Don't even sit up on this live and tell no tales. Okay. Content is king. Distribution is queen. Let's break this down so it makes sense. Content is king. Okay. Let's talk about this. We are going to get the word out about our products and services and how we can help people through our content. Okay, so when you post stories, pictures, reels, if you go live, these are all forms of content. Content is king because we have to post consistently to remind people that we exist. Otherwise, they're going to forget. Now, we're not gonna, and what do we say consistent meant? More often than not. So if there's 7 days in a week, consistent means at least 4 out of the 7. But do not freak out because some of you guys are not posting at all. And I do not want you to feel overwhelmed by being consistent because we also said we're gonna work on being better every single day. So for those of you guys who are camera shy, listen very closely. What I want you to do before you even start posting is recording yourself in front of the camera. You could be sitting, you could be doing whatever, cooking, it doesn't matter. I just need you to get in front of the camera. Let's commit to doing that multiple times a day for 30 seconds. That's it. It's not to post, it's just to get comfortable in front of the camera. Once you are now comfortable in front of the camera and you're no longer camera shy, let's work on creating one reel that's under 30 seconds that will be posted on your social media platform. Once we have started becoming consistent with that, and that feels good, we will up it to 2, and then 3, and then 4, and so on and so forth. Everyone has a starting point, okay? Now, the distribution is queen part. Let's talk about this. Not only will you post content consistently, I also need you to be building at least 3 platforms. 3. Why 3? Because 1 is too close to none. That is why. Like that one income you have at that one job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? You would be sitting there freaking out. Hold on. Trying to figure out your life and how you're gonna pay them bills. What if you put all your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it like they were trying to do this time last year? What would you do? You would be sitting there freaking out like all of the other TikTokers who only had all of their eggs in a TikTok basket. I teach my students, we have got to stay proactive so we're not reactive. In other words, we're gonna stay ready so we never have to get ready. And no, it is not hard to build 3 platforms. Get out your head. We're not overthinking in 2026. Thank you, Santa. The same exact video that you put on TikTok, you will put it on Instagram and Facebook or YouTube Shorts, wherever you want to be. Doesn't matter. The same exact video. It takes an extra 5 minutes. I do it all day. I promise you, it is not hard. Get out of your head. Now, which platform should you grow? That's up to you. You got a lot of options. I always tell my students to start with whatever platform they're always on. So if you are always on TikTok, shout out, start TikTok, because obviously you love this app so much because you're always on it. So start there and then just choose 2 more. But let me tell you this, in case you did not know. YouTube is the most watched platform. No, it is not TikTok. YouTube has even replaced cable TV. So I am going to always urge and encourage you to start a YouTube channel. If that's where everybody is, well then that's where you need to be too. Start your channel, start posting, and you can thank me later. Thank you, Santa. Now, before we get into sales tip number 2, I want to speak to the woman on this live who's still letting fear take over. She's quiet. She's not saying too much. I assume she's taking notes and she's just trying to digest everything. But she's saying things to herself like, Jazz, this sounds great, but I don't think I can do this. You want me to post consistently? You want me to make an ebook? You want me to build 3 platforms? Honestly, this just sounds really hard. And I just don't think I can. Okay. Well, before you run away from your brilliant ideas, like you always do, I need you to listen. Just listen. The first thing I want to tell you is, I can't convince you of shit. And I'm not even gonna try. I don't have the power to convince you. So if you want to believe that posting consistently is hard, then fine, I'm not gonna take that away from you. You're right, it's hard, okay? If you want to believe that building 3 platforms is gonna be hard, then fine, I will let you think that. You are right, it's hard. If you wanna believe that copying words that AI wrote for you and pasting it into Canva is hard, then fine, I will not take that away from you. You're right, it's hard. But I do want to remind you that living a life that you're not 1000% happy with is also hard. Always robbing Patrice to pay Paula, living paycheck to paycheck, is hard. Knowing that you're meant for better and not living it is hard. Always giving up on yourself and not having confidence in yourself is hard. And you live like that every day. And see, that's what fear will do. That's what fear will do. Fear will convince you that you can't do anything. And you let it. Fear will steal your dream life from you. And you let it year after year. But you want to know what I've noticed about women, myself included in all of this? We have a toxic tendency to never give ourselves credit where credit is due. You never tell yourself you're proud of yourself. When was the last time you told yourself that you were proud of you? Some of y'all don't even remember. Failing to realize there were so much more things that happened in your life that was way harder than this, and you got through it. Life's for everybody. We all got problems. And in your darkest moments, you were begging God to help you see it through. You didn't know how your world would go on with whatever you were dealing with. I know when I lost my grandma, I didn't think I would make it. I really didn't. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do without her? And here I am 10 years later, still living without her. We always believe that we can't do things, failing to realize all of the things that we have already overcome. That was way harder than this. You never give yourself credit because you don't have no damn confidence. And that's the problem. It's lack of confidence. You never give yourself credit. You never look at everything that you do every day that's way harder than this. Because you have no confidence. But the reason you don't have confidence is because you never follow through with the promises that you make to yourself. Because you keep letting fear steal your dreams from you. Every time it's time to start, you say, oh, well, no. Every time. But all this is fear. This is all fear. And let me tell you this, I don't have to convince you of this. You see this for yourself. There are people on these apps who are in worse off situations than you. And they are still showing up, just trying to reach their goals. There are women on these apps with more kids than you who are still showing up, working on their dream. There are people on these apps who damn near live in the hospital because they're always sick. Cancer, sickle cell. And despite all of that, they are still showing up, building their dreams. There are people on this app who have lost it all. They lost their job. They lost their house. They lost their car. But despite all that, they didn't lose hope. And they are still showing up, trying to build their dream life. Now let's be honest. Some of y'all don't have half them problems. Some of y'all sure, okay. You know who you are, and I'm gonna give you some grace. But some of y'all don't. Some of y'all are blessed as hell right now, sitting pretty. Yeah, you might have a problem or two. Nobody's life is perfect, but for the most part, you are blessed and you know you are. And you see people who are in worse off situations than you getting it done, but because you won't let go of fear, you don't think you can. And that is the freaking problem. That right there, what you just did. You keep letting fear steal your dream life from you year after year. And my question is, how much longer are we gonna live like that? Because it's not getting you anywhere. The business still isn't built. The content is not contenting. The sales aren't salesing. The confidence is -50. Self-respect out the door because you let people talk to you all types of crazy because you don't have any boundaries for yourself. You don't have any self-respect. How much longer are we going to tolerate this in our life? It is 2026, the year of alignment. The year that we said we were going to do something for ourselves. Well, when is that going to happen? Because it's not going to happen if you keep letting fear steal your dream life from you. And listen, my online life changed my life. My online business changed my life. I can't make this up. I started during COVID, 2020. Almost 6 years. I finally have peace. I'm not stressing about bills anymore. I finally have freedom. I get to do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I finally have purpose now. I get to wake up every single day doing what I love to do. But before all of this, before COVID, I lived a very, very different life. I used to work a 9 to 5. I used to be miserable. I used to be depressed. I used to have anxiety. And I used to be an alcoholic. See, I have bought into the American dream BS that they sell all of us. I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college and get a 4-year degree, graduate, get a good job with stability and benefits, get a nice, pretty house, be able to take a few vacations a year, save for retirement. When I'm about 65, I can retire and live out the rest of my life in peace and happiness and have some money, all the things. And so I bought in. I said, let's go. Let's go to college. Let's do it. That's what I did. All of my friends went. My mom is telling me to go. I went off to college. First generation college grad. Graduated, got a 4-year degree, cost me $40,000, by the way. 6 months later, got my dream job. First full-time job with benefits. And they were gonna be paying me $60,000 a year, okay? I didn't have any kids. This was before inflation, before COVID. I thought I was about to be rich. That was more money than I ever had made. So I was like, you know what? I'm ready to be a grown woman. So I moved out of our mom's house, got my own place. I'm ready to be a grown woman and do grown woman things. But I didn't stop there. Ladies, I told you guys I had really bad spending habits. We listen, we don't judge, okay? I already had a car and it was paid off. Got me from point A to point B, C, D, E, and F. Title in hand. But I had to do what most Americans do. I had to upgrade my car to match my new life. So I went and got me a car payment. Got me a brand new Dodge Charger, top of the line, $450 a month. And just so we know, with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. Paying all of my bills at the end of the month, and your girl is broke. Broke, busted, disgusted. Couldn't afford to take no trips. Couldn't afford to put extra in my 401k. Just broke. Had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, I didn't think the government was serious about getting their money back. I thought everybody had student loans. It's just the way of the world, right? Yeah, most people do have student loans. It's not the way of the world, and people do want the government does want their money back. They want their money back. See, they'll give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They're not gonna call you, they're not gonna send no letters. They just want you to focus on getting a job. But best believe, when that 6-month mark hits, they are calling and sending letters because they want you to mail in your tax returns, because they're gonna tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw on paper I made $60,000 a year, I didn't have any kids, no dependents, they said I should be able to pay $400 a month. $400 a month. When I saw that, my jaw dropped. And just so you know, it's not up for negotiation. That's the price. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month, because I really couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I racked up 121 missed payments off of some student loans. My credit dropped. 520. So my dreams of owning this American dream house out the window for now, till I fix that. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit. I had one last problem. I hated my job. College didn't prepare me for corporate America. I had no clue what I was walking into. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I grew up very sheltered, okay? So I didn't know too much in my early 20s. I just believed everybody was just all kind and friendly and happy, right? I was kind of green back then, okay? And in my interview, my supervisor told me that everybody was one big old work family, and that they all cared about each other and loved each other like we were all brothers and sisters. So I went into that department thinking that to be true. I learned that in corporate America, people will smile on your face. They'll sit down with you in the break room, they'll kiki and kaka, but they don't like you. They'll do the Thanksgiving potlucks and the Christmas potlucks and the Secret Santas. We'll do all that, all the things, but they don't like you. They'll even all contribute and buy you a birthday gift, but they don't like you. They'll text you outside of work, they'll even invite you to the house. They will invite you to their weddings and baby showers, but they don't like you. And best believe, when they're ready to be promoted, they will put everything in an email that you told them in confidence to management. I was on the most hated list at work because my work sister told my manager everything that we discussed, but conveniently left out all the stuff she said. She told me I was like the little sister she never had. Just so you know, I worked with all women, and I was the youngest one there. My work sister was 31. I was 23. I was miserable. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to get out. I couldn't even get a job interview. Nobody was calling me back. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit, and I'm miserable at my job. For the first time in my life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you've never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, then consider yourself extremely blessed. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. But let me give you some context. See, trap feels like no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. That's how it feels. It feels like you can try to be positive and have a positive mindset all you want, but it feels like nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed every single day. You could try to work some overtime or even get a part-time job to catch up on some bills, but it's just like as soon as you start to get a little extra spending money so you can catch up or save, whatever, something always comes and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. Now you got parking tickets and you still can't afford to pay those. You could try to pray to God to get him to help you fix it, to help you up out of whatever it is you're dealing with. But it feels like he's ignoring you because it feels like he's not listening, because it feels like you're still miserable. And no matter what you do, life just don't get no better. Your life really starts to feel like a nightmare you can't wake up from. That's how trap feels. And I felt like that for 6 years. I was miserable. I used to pull up at that job and cry before I even clocked in. I would sit in my car and cry. I used to bring my job home with me. You ever did that? So you're no longer on the clock, okay? You are at home. But because these people are so toxic, you keep replaying conversations that happened at work. You are telling your spouse all night long. You don't even have peace anymore. They have stolen that from you because they are always in your head. I started to have anxiety, butterflies in my stomach that I can't get rid of. I started to become paranoid at that job because I needed it so much. Now I'm thinking they're out to fire me. You ever been paranoid at a job before? That's how I felt. And to cope with all of my misery and anxiety, I started drinking. First, it was just a few drinks a week because I could no longer sleep. It quickly turned into every day. I became an alcoholic over a freaking job. And the reason why I'm even telling you this is because if any of my story resonates with you, you are already doing something hard. Crying every day because you're so unhappy with the way your life is going right now is hard. Being drained from a job every day is hard. The reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any hobbies, I didn't have any interests. So my life felt like it was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, drink, sleep, repeat. Week after week, month after month, year after year. Who wouldn't be depressed? That's depressing ass shit. Anyone would be depressed. But now I get to wake up every single day doing what I love. All that time I thought God didn't hear me. He heard me loud and clear. He had purpose for my life. For the longest time, I didn't think there was anything special about me. That's depressing to think that. To think that you got skipped. But you didn't get skipped. There is something very special about you too. And the beauty of online business is you can monetize it. This is what I mean by being able to wake up every day living in your purpose, because you could do anything. And you see it for yourself. I don't have to convince you of this. You see this all day. People doing the darndest things. And you're sitting there confused as to how they're making so much money. Because they can. Because people watch it. So if you see others doing the craziest things, why can't you? Oh, I almost forgot. Because you live in fear. And you let fear steal your dreams from you. Year after year. I want to say one more thing before we move forward, because I need to make sure this sticks. If you don't remember anything else, I hope you realize that you spend more time at work with people that you don't even like than you do with your own family who loves you. Yes, you do. See, I literally worked 9 to 5. So what should have been a 20-minute drive is an hour because I'm stuck in traffic, rush hour traffic. So an hour to work, an hour back, plus 8 hours at work, plus your hour lunch. That is 11 hours out of my day gone. By the time I do get home, I am drained, exhausted, defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse and your kids before you have to put everybody to bed just to do it again on the next day. Just look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what are you even looking forward to? Because Friday, you still went to work, so they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day you have to do what you love. But Sunday, not so much. No, because you have to prepare for the work week, right? So you got to cook, you got to clean, you got to do laundry, you got to go to the grocery store, and you have to mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk for Monday. Ladies, that's not living. That is surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I know this. The God that I serve, He loves me. He loves me a lot. And if He loves me so much, why would He put me on this earth to be miserable? Why would He want me crying every day, drinking every day, to be miserable? Why would He create me for that? He didn't. He created me for something very special, and now I get to live it every single day. He created you for something very special too, and it's not bills. Ladies, your life is worth more than paycheck to paycheck. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job to make somebody else rich while you're counting pennies trying to make ends meet at home. There is something very special about your life too. But again, you continue to let fear steal it from you year after year, and it's not getting you anywhere. You are running out of time because we are getting older, not younger. Stop letting fear steal your dreams from you. Everybody says they walk with God until it's time to walk. How many ideas did He give you last year that you didn't even try? You didn't even try. You didn't even try. You can do this. A lot of times, life has a tendency to life. And somewhere on our journey of life, we lose our light. It gets dim. It gets dark. Maybe it was a toxic partner, toxic family, toxic job, toxic friends, toxic something. And you lost your light. And so now you're sitting here trying to figure out how you can do this. But I'm here to tell you that you can. You have things that you should be monetizing. You weren't skipped. There's something special about you too. But we gotta stop getting in our own way. And we have to stop letting fear steal it from us. You've been there, you've done that. It's not working. It's time to try something else. Stop letting fear steal your dreams from you. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. God would not give you an idea that you can't do. But you're gonna have to let go of the fear. Okay? All right. Sales tip number 2. Good morning. Make sure you guys are taking notes because the key word of this live is execution. So not only are we writing it down, but we're going to actually do it. And for those of y'all who have never seen my face before, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. I'm glad to have you here. We're building our business, and most importantly, we're building ourselves. I have the power to create the life I want. Amen, amen. I have the power to create the life I want. Don't you ever forget that. Sales tip number 2, write this down. People only buy from people that they like, that they know, and that they trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. So if they don't like you, not gonna buy. If they don't know you, not gonna buy. And if they don't trust you, they're not going to buy. So how do we get people to like us? Let's talk about it. Okay. In your content, remember the content that we're going to be posting consistently, I need you to be relatable and I need you to be authentic. In other words, I need you to be yourself. You do yourself a disservice by trying to be perfect because nobody's perfect. So then it's hard for people to connect with you and like you because they're not perfect, okay? People connect with people that they resonate with. They can't resonate with perfection. I need you to be yourself. Sometimes it's hard to be ourselves because we don't know who we are. And if you're anything like how I used to be, the reason why you don't know who you are is because you have lived for a very long time being who you think other people want you to be. I need you to start spending more time by yourself, if that is your struggle. You spend way too much time with other people. And that's why it's hard for you to even be relatable and be authentic because you don't know how to be yourself. So get away from other people, spend more time by yourself so you can figure out who you are so that you can create content being relatable and being authentic. Okay? Now, for those of y'all who are trying to let fear take over, good morning, and say things like, well, Jazz, what if no one likes me? That's impossible. That's impossible because there's 8 billion people in this world. So somebody is bound to like you, okay? And I used to be fearful of that as well. You guys, when you post your content, it goes everywhere. You become an international superstar, okay? And I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm just telling you this so you can realize how silly you sound when you say things like people won't like you. There's a whole world of people out there who need you. You have a solution to people's problems. There is something that you could be helping people with right now. But you don't allow them that opportunity because you live in fear. What if I let fear take over this morning and I didn't go live? Well, then those of you guys watching wouldn't have been able to get helped by this message because I wouldn't have went live because I would have let fear take over. But that's literally what you do to other people every day because you won't get out your head and you won't stop living in fear. You guys, I have women inside Glow Up Academy from all over the world, from the UK, Australia, Jamaica, Barbados, Canada. I had a woman join from France. I ain't never been to none of them places. I'm in the US. Look at how many people from all over the world I was able to help just because I stopped living in fear, just because I was myself. So please, stop depriving people of the information that you have and just post the video. Please just post the video. Good morning. See, that's what I'm saying, Santa. All over the place, everywhere. The internet is everywhere. People will like you. I promise you. Okay. So please post. Now, we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Well, how do we get people to know us? Okay. You guys, I need you to go live. And yes, you can go live and be faceless. All this stuff that we're talking about also applies to faceless creators. Going live allows you to connect with people and interact. It allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes, and it allows people to ask questions, and it also allows you to promote your products. I need you to go live. Now, some of y'all are gonna be hard-headed and say, well, I don't wanna go live, Jazz. And I'm gonna just say, fine, don't. I'm not gonna convince you of anything. I already told you that. But let me just remind you, for those of you guys who aren't willing to go live, you also said you didn't wanna go to work. That's what you said. You said you were tired of that job. Well, I promise you this. If you go live consistently and with structure, you will make more on live than you ever made at that dusty ass job. Ladies, you see this for yourself. The internet never sleeps, especially on TikTok. There are creators on TikTok all day, all night, selling. Am I lying? Just selling products. So if they can do it, why can't you? Oh, because of that fear that you refuse to let go of. This is what I mean. Fear is stealing your dream life from you. Just imagine a life where you get up and all your bills are paid. They're not past due. They're paid on time. Just imagine direct or auto draw. You don't have to rob Patrice to pay Paula. The light bill just came out and the money was there. Just imagine that. Come on, ladies. Come on. Now, some of you are like, well, Jazz, I would go live. I'm not opposed to it. I'm just a little live shy. Okay. For those of you guys who are live shy, listen to me. The only reason why you're live shy is just because you don't have enough experience doing it. It's not because you suck at life and this isn't meant for you. No, it's just because you don't have any experience. Or maybe you did it once 6 months ago, but you haven't done it since, okay? Listen, we have been on this live for 96 minutes. And if you're still watching, that's because you trust what I'm saying to be true. Otherwise, you would have left. So I'm gonna need you to trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, you will get to a point where you are no longer live shy. Literally, everything that you do over and over and over again, you get better at. Everything. You did not always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to do it consistently. You didn't always know how to read and write. Now you do that just fine. How? Because you had to do it consistently. You didn't always know how to drive either, but now you do that just fine. How? Because you had to do it consistently. So just imagine what would happen if you just went live consistently too. Oh. I can't make this up. So please go live. We said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, cool. Well, how do we get people to trust us? Okay. There's a reason why I'm telling you to post consistently. And no, it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, or if you're living under a rock, but people work very hard for their money. You work hard, I work hard, we're all out here working hard. If you want people to trust you with their hard-earned money, you're gonna have to be trustworthy, which means you're going to have to be consistent. You don't have a choice. You gotta be consistent. Now, I wanna do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, just sit this out, take your notes, write it down. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you, okay? First, what we have to do is remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that. Why? Because you think you know everything. And there's nothing anyone can teach you that you don't already know, and woo-de-woo. Okay, fine. I'm not gonna convince you otherwise. If you wanna believe that you know everything, fine, whatever. For those of you guys who can remove the ego and the pride, and you recognize there's room for growth and improvement, I am talking to you. First, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our profile and we're going to ask ourselves some questions. We got to be honest. Write this down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Say it again. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Never forget that. Okay. Ask yourself, is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also need you to ask yourself this and be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I say yet is because you have the power to fix it. You have the power to fix it. Ladies, that's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of business. And that's the beauty of everything that we have talked about so far on this live. Anything, and I mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want, you can fix it. You just choose not to. I recognize that I am not the coach for everybody because not everybody is ready for the truth. But the truth will set you free. And I'm about to tell you the truth about yourself so that we can fix it. So if you want to run from the truth, then you might as well run now and leave because it's about to get real on this live. Ladies, you make a choice every day whether you're going to fix it or whether you're going to stay the same. You choose to stay the same. If it is not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, then I need you to fix it and make it clear so that when people do come to your profile, they know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. They now know what they're getting into. If you are live shy, then you need to fix it. I already told you how. Just go live consistently. So if you're not doing that, that's a choice. That's a choice. If you are lacking confidence and you do not believe in yourself, I already told you how to fix it. Start keeping the promises that you made to yourself. If you said you were going to post content, then do it. If you said you were going to lose weight, then do it. Stop breaking promises to yourself and you will have confidence, but you choose not to. You choose not to. Every time it's time to do the thing that you said you were going to do for yourself in your life, you opt out. And that's why you have no confidence today. That's a problem that you have to fix. A lot of us live in a trapped mindset. And what you believe is how things are today is how it's going to always be. And there's no way that it'll ever get better. That's a trapped mindset. And you've been living in this trapped mindset for so long that you no longer even realize that you're living in one. And I used to live in a trapped mindset too. I used to believe that how my life was how it was always going to be. And there was nothing I could do to fix it. Remember I told you guys I felt trapped at my 9 to 5. Nobody was calling me back for a job interview. I had all of these bills. My credit sucked. Remember? I thought I was trapped. I really allowed myself to believe that I was trapped. And I lived like that every single day for 6 years, failing to realize that was a choice. I didn't have to live like that. I could have changed. I could have fixed some things. It might not have been the best thing in the moment, but it would have got me out of that 9 to 5 that I hated so much. See, I could have just moved back home and lowered my bills, paid some stuff off, and left. I didn't want to do that though, because I was in my comfort zone. I liked having my own place. I liked having my fancy charger. I liked Monday through Friday with the weekends off. I could have went and got me a job at Target or Walmart, maybe even Amazon. It would have been more strenuous, but I wouldn't have had to stay at that corporate job. But I liked being able to say I had a corporate job. So I allowed myself to believe I was trapped, but I wasn't trapped. I could have just had the bank come and get the car and build my credit later. But then I'd have to give up the car. I didn't want to go get a beater car. I wanted to have my brand new Charger. I was never trapped at that job. That was a choice. I was doing all the things except the one thing that would have changed my whole life, which was leave. So instead of leaving, I made excuses, I threw pity parties for myself, I lived in fear, and I was complaining and venting and procrastinating, all of the things except the one thing that would have truly changed my life, which was leave. And eventually, I left, and it changed my life. Some of y'all think that the reason you can't fix it, whatever it is you're trying to fix, is because you just don't have enough information. And you believe that as long as you just watch some more lives or watch some more YouTube videos and it'll all make sense and then things will just magically fix itself, failing to realize, no. You are not lacking information, okay? You're on information overload. Let's just go ahead and be real, because you're on social media all day. You're on social media all day. You have nothing but information in your pockets all day long. You are watching reel after reel and live after live and video after video. You are not lacking information. That is not your problem. Your problem is lack of implementation, meaning you don't execute shit. Which is why I made the keyword of this live, execution, because that's what you don't do. You are the woman who constantly talks about what she's going to do, but you never do it. You are the woman who has excuse after excuse as to why things can't get done instead of just doing it. You are the woman who will procrastinate. Oh, I'll wait till Monday or the new year, tomorrow, and these days never show up. You are the woman who continuously wastes her time doing nothing. And my question for you is this: how much longer do you want to live like that? Because it's not getting you anywhere. I don't have to convince you. You can see it for yourself. The content is still not contenting. The business, not businessing. Sales ain't salesing. Confidence, -50. Self-respect out the door. You let people talk to you all types of crazy. You don't even have standards for your own life. You keep giving up on yourself. How much longer? How much longer? Because you are not getting younger. You are getting older. And yet you are wasting precious time. Time is our most valuable asset. It's not money. You can always get money back. You cannot get time back. All of the time that you wasted in 2025 is gone. It's over. You waste time with people who don't even pour into you. You waste time with distractions. You waste time living in fear. You're wasting all this time failing to realize that your time has an expiration date. And instead of you living life to the fullest and doing what you love, you waste it. You just waste it away. We have become so entitled in society that we believe we have time to waste. Failing to realize, who told you you'll be here in 6 months? Who told you that you'll be here in 5 years? Who told you that? How do you know that? But despite that, you just continue to waste the time that you're blessed with. That's got to change. That's got to change. And you see how fast time is moving. I don't have to convince you of this. How many times a day, be honest, do you look at the clock and say, wow, I cannot believe it is already 7:47 in the morning. Wow, I cannot believe it is already 5 o'clock in the evening. How many times do you say, wow, I cannot believe it is 2026 already? How many times have you said to yourself, I say this all the time, wow, I cannot believe I'm 35 years old. Wow. Wow. All day. You realize this all day. And even though you see for yourself all day how fast time is moving, you still choose to waste it. That has to change. Gonna have to fix it, ladies. There are things about you that do not align with the version that you want to become. See, the version of you who's showing up consistently, posting her content, building her business, keeping the promises that she makes to herself, the version who loves herself and respects herself, who has discipline and accountability, she's already within you, okay? This isn't somebody that you have to draw up. She's already within you. She's just buried under the fear and the excuses and the procrastination and your BS. And you will never become that version of yourself that you want until you change. You are going to have to change, and you delay the blessing. You are delaying it. The business that you want is being delayed by you. The confidence that you want is being delayed by you. It's you that's getting in your own way. You are going to have to fix it. That's the only way things are going to change. You're going to have to fix it. One of the toughest pills that I had to swallow in my own journey. This is tough. This is tough. Your life and the direction it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices that you make. Yes, it is. So, for those of you guys struggling financially, your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make. I didn't want to believe that. Because when I realized that, then I didn't have anyone to blame but myself. And that's uncomfortable. See, it's easier to blame others. Because when you blame yourself, that means you're the reason why. I grew up in a single parent household. My mom always worked, so all I knew was struggle. She was struggling to pay bills, okay? I graduated from college and moved into my own place, and I continued with the pattern. Struggle, just struggle. Wasn't spending my money right, living paycheck to paycheck, because that's what I saw growing up. So now I'm an adult, living paycheck to paycheck, thinking that the reason I'm living paycheck to paycheck is just because I don't make enough money. And if I just made more money, then it'll just go away. Ladies, your problems never just go away. They get worse until you fix it. So I quit my 9-to-5. Now I'm working for myself, making $20,000 and $30,000 a month. And I'm still paycheck to paycheck. How the hell is that even possible? My finances was a direct reflection of the choices I make. Buying stuff I couldn't afford, not having a budget, not knowing financial literacy, not having discipline. Whatever I wanted, I bought. DoorDash, trips, and bags, and just a whole bunch of bullshit. Just crap, cars, just stuff I didn't even need to impress people I didn't even like. Just spending, spending, spending. Overdraw after overdraw after overdraw. And I continued to live that way until I fixed it. But I had no one to blame but myself. That was a me problem. I had to fix it. I had to change. You might be sitting here saying, Jazz, I hear you, but I know why I'm broke. And it's not because I make too much. I don't make enough. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make. And I'm going to tell you why. Ladies, times have been hard. Food prices, rent prices have been on the rise for years. This did not happen last night. And every day, you choose to do nothing about it. You could have launched that ebook 6 months ago. It would be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It'd be monetized today. You could have started that TikTok last month. You would be building your community today. And what do we say? It's our community that buys our products. But every day, you choose not to. You choose to make excuses. You choose to vent. You choose to complain. You choose to throw pity parties for yourself. You choose to distract. You choose to do all of the things except the one thing that will change your entire life. And my question for you still remains, how much longer are we going to keep living like that? Because it's not getting you anywhere. It hasn't gotten you anywhere. We are going to have to fix it. And listen, I am not perfect. Trust me, I am not. And the version of me that you guys see today is a reflection of the changes I had to make in my own life, especially these past few years. I am nothing like who I used to be. Not even close. Complete 180. You know, I used to be 100 pounds heavier. I lost 100 pounds. Just by eating right and exercising. That's it. I used to make a lot of excuses too. I used to have an excuse for the excuse. That had to change. I used to procrastinate. I was always a tomorrow person, but tomorrow never showed up. I used to be my biggest bully to myself. I know a lot of y'all can relate to that. The things I used to say to myself was absolutely disgusting. I used to call myself stupid on an hourly basis. How the hell could I become a successful entrepreneur when I keep telling myself how stupid I am? I couldn't. That had to change. Some of you guys are your own worst bully. The things that you say to yourself is horrible. And you would never say that to a child. But for some reason, you think it's okay to say it to yourself. Of course you feel the way you feel when you're talking to yourself like that. And I know this, if you have internal chaos going on, as in your mind, I know for a fact your reality is full of chaos. If you talk to yourself crazy, I know for a fact you got people in your life who talk to you crazy. Your internal world is always a reflection of your external. That has to change. You cannot keep talking to yourself like you ain't got no sense. Stop calling yourself names. It's not doing anything for you. One of the biggest distractions that I struggled with in my own journey was alcohol abuse. And I told you guys I started that habit when I had that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit the job, that it all would have just fixed itself and went away. No, I told you, your problems just get worse. They don't fix themselves until you change. See, at least when I was at work, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours because I was at work. So I couldn't be drunk. Well, now I quit, I'm home, it's COVID, everything's shut down. I have nothing but time to distract. I took full advantage. I was always drinking. And see, I quit my job on a whim. I had been there for 6 years. I couldn't take it anymore. I was done. I just put in my 2 weeks and I quit. And I believe God planted the seed and told me, Jazz, the time is now to quit. So I finally built up the courage and I quit. And the plan was I was going to live off of my stimulus for a month or two. Now, I don't have any kids, so I didn't have much stimulus to work with. I only had about $2,000, okay? That wasn't going to get me far. But the plan was I could pay a couple of bills, maybe make some arrangements for the others, and then my business will slowly take over, and then it'll all just work itself out. That was the plan, okay? So I'm doing all the things that you do. Watching TikTok lives and YouTube videos, just trying to make it all make sense. Content creation, monetizations, digital products. I'm doing all of the things. But my platforms aren't growing and I'm not making sales. No one's buying my stuff. I told you the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't ever forget that. See, I was lying to myself and saying that I'm doing everything I'm supposed to, when in fact I'm not, because I'm always drunk. I'm not being productive. I'm not posting consistently. I'm always giving up on myself because I'm always distracting with alcohol. But I didn't want to realize I'm the reason why, so I blamed other things like the algorithm. Oh, the algorithm doesn't like me. How can I sell stuff if the algorithm won't push my content? It's always other people. It's never Jasmine. And then I started getting mad at God. And I'm like, God, you told me to quit. You told me the time is now. I'm running out of money and I'm getting stressed. I had to make a payment arrangement with my lights. If I don't make that payment, they're going to shut them off. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I miss another, they're going to start the process of foreclosure. And a house I just bought. I hadn't even been in my house for a whole year yet before I quit my job. I'm stressed. I'm freaking out. But instead of fixing it, I'm running from it. I didn't want to admit that I'm the reason why it's not working. My ego couldn't handle it. So I just continued to lie to myself some more. I convinced myself that as long as I don't start drinking until after 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Because see, alcoholics, they start their day with alcohol. Even though I drink all day, every day, as long as I don't start my day with liquor, I don't have a problem, so there's nothing to talk about. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But you get to a point where you can't keep running from yourself. Eventually, you're going to hit a brick wall. And eventually, God is going to force you to listen. See, a lot of times, we don't like to listen to God. We say we do because it sounds cool in a video and on paper, but our actions prove that we don't. You're always trying to ignore Him. Those ideas that you get, those are seeds that God plants in your mind. Things that you can do. Why would He give you an idea that you can't do? But you don't want to hear God, because how many ideas did He give you last year that you didn't even try? I believe God is within you. He's not at the church. He's within you. So those ideas, that's God. That gut feeling, that intuition, that's God. But every time He talks, we don't listen. How many times did you go against your gut just to find out later you were right? We never listen. But eventually, He gonna make you listen. I'll never forget. I was sitting on my bed. I thought I was about to lose my house, y'all. I thought I was about to lose my house. And I was just shaking my head, crying. I was like, what am I gonna do? And he said, Jazz, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years, which is true. I had been. He said, the opportunity is literally right in front of you. But you're wasting it. So, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna keep doing what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing? Or are we gonna fix it? Are we going to change? I decide to fix it. I decide to change. I decide to stop drinking. And since I decided to change, my whole life changed. I haven't had a drink in 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. I started posting consistently. My platform started growing. I started making sales. I was able to catch up on my bills. I started believing in myself. I never used to believe in myself. And for the first time, I started to have confidence. I started saying nice things to myself, like, Jazz, you can do this. Jazz, you're amazing. And I believed it. All because I decided to change. See, what a lot of people fail to realize, and what I didn't always realize back then, was this. Ladies, in order to get something, you're gonna have to give up something. In order to get something, you have to give something up. You cannot have both. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging for, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up fear. I had to give up negative self-talk. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. He gave me everything I asked for and more. See, I had just asked God to help me make $60K a year to replace that job. And I even started negotiating with that. I said, Lord, if you could just help me make $45K a year, I will make it work. I'll cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this job. He gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I thought that'd be pretty cool. He gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subs. I'm like, that's a lot. He gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for just a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and feeling sorry for myself. He gave me a lot of confidence. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I love myself. All because I decided to change. See, the woman I was back then didn't align with this version of me. This version of me who's confident, who walks in her purpose, who has boundaries for herself, who doesn't allow chaos from others, who has self-respect and discipline and consistency. This version, I was always inside that version, but I was buried under the fear and the procrastination and all the bullshit. And until I changed, I wasn't gonna become this version. It wasn't gonna happen. What you fail to realize is you delay your blessings. He has designed you for the blessings that you want. He has you in mind, and God is ready to give it to you. But the problem is we have free will. So you get to do what you want, but He will make you wait until you change. So you can wait 5 years. Why stop at 5? How about you wait another 10 years? The choice is always yours. But He will not budge until you become obedient, until you listen, until you change. Because who you are right now does not align with who you want to be. You're gonna have to change. And yeah, fine. Maybe change is hard. Maybe it is. Okay, fine. I'll give it to you. But the life you're currently living is hard. Crying all of the time because you're so unhappy with the way your life is going right now is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Stressing about bills and living paycheck to paycheck is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Not even believing that you're worthy of success is hard. I've been there, I've done that, and I know. See, I've lived both versions of hard, and I will always choose this one. Because at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with happiness. It comes with confidence. It comes with discipline. And it comes with income. So you get to choose. You always have a choice. But you're gonna have to change. You're gonna have to fix it. For those of you guys who want to change, and I want to help you. Now, I can't help people who don't want it, and I'm not here to. If you are 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, then fine. Just keep doing what you're doing. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, then don't fix it. Keep doing you. But if you're not 1000% happy with the way things are going and you want to change it, then I want to help you. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your online business from scratch. Everything you need is in there. You want to monetize your platforms and get paid for views like how I do, how my students do, how thousands of other creators do? Fine. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. I'll teach you. You want to sell your ebook, or maybe you don't want an ebook, maybe you want an e-course or a private community. Fine, I'll teach you. It's all in there. It's all in there. You want to monetize your YouTube? Maybe you want to sell on TikTok Live, how I do, how my students do, how thousands of other TikTokers do? Fine, I will teach you every single thing that you need to be successful with your online business is inside Glow Up Academy. It's all in there. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your online business, ladies, I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself. We have to build you. You are holding yourself back. We have to fix that together. Inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to build your consistency, how to build your confidence, how to build your follow through, how to build your standards, how to let go of fear, how to let go of limiting beliefs, how to finally become the version of you who follows through. You are getting in your own way. We have to fix that. Glow Up Academy is going to teach you how to build your online business, but also how to build you. We got to build you. Honestly, it's not lack of information. Because I could tell you exactly what to do to monetize your YouTube channel in 4 months, like how I did on both of my YouTubes and how my students have done, but you're not gonna do it if you don't even believe you're worthy of it. That has to change. I could tell you exactly how to create content to attract an audience who wants what you're selling, but you're not gonna do it if you care what people think. I could tell you exactly how to become more disciplined and consistent, but you're not going to do it if you keep people pleasing and giving everyone else your energy. We have to fix it. That's the problem. That's the problem. All of that is the problem. Glow Up Academy is where you glow up, where you finally put yourself first for once and not feel bad about it. You deserve happiness. You deserve peace. So let's build it inside Glow Up Academy together. A couple of things before I let you guys join. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time because believe it or not everybody is in the same path, on the same journey. Some people have a product but no audience. Some people have an audience but no product. Some people have a million ideas, but we gotta lock in on one. I told you guys earlier, money flows where energy goes. Well, sometimes you spread yourself way too thin. And you're trying to work on 50 brilliant ideas. We gotta fixate on one. Together we'll build your most favorite. And then once that one's growing, then we'll reach into the pile and build another. Some of you guys have no clue what you wanna sell, and that's fine, we'll figure it out together. No matter where you're at in your journey, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me. I want to make sure everybody gets all of the energy that they deserve. Okay, so that's why I cap it at 10. Also, I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes because I only want to help women who want it. I'm not here to force you to do anything you don't want to do, okay? Women who know they're ready, they know they want to change, those are the people I want to help, okay? So when we get started, ladies, just move. You're here, you're present, you know I can help you, so just move. Don't waste more time. Because once that timer goes off, I'm taking that link off, okay? I only want to help people who want it. Last but not least, Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, okay? So once you're in forever. When you join, I need you to confirm to me that you received your email. Okay, I need to know you received your email. Please don't leave the live until you let me know you got your email. Please, I want to make sure everyone is where they're supposed to be, okay? It's lifetime access, so you will forever have access to join our weekly coaching calls on Thursdays. You will have access to forever join our Sunday resets. We're live multiple times a week. You'll also have access to join the new member activation. Those are on Tuesdays, okay? And you also always have access to my inbox. Everything you always have access for, okay? So once you're in, you are in forever. Now, I normally sell it for $5.97 and people buy it. 2 women joined this morning before I even got live, okay, at 5:97. But, because you were here, you were present, you took notes, you asked questions, and you promised me you're gonna execute, I'm gonna take the price down, okay? And it'll stay down for 10 minutes. But once that timer goes off, I am taking the price back up, okay? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up so you can still get the discount. But once that timer goes off, we're done. We're done, okay? So it'd be in your best interest to just move, okay? While the 10 minutes are going, I'm gonna take it down to $249. $249, lifetime access, you are in forever, okay? If you're driving, pull over, because once the timer goes off, we are done. People inbox me and ask me to join at $249. The answer is no, because I make sure you guys join while we're live, okay? I'm gonna show TikTok how to join first, and then I'll show YouTube. YouTube, your instructions are a little bit different, so just kind of hang out for a few seconds. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Now TikTok, this TikTok right here, that's my main account. This is my backup. So the profile doesn't look like this, but the links are still the same, okay? You'll click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ right at the top. You'll click this red button that says open. And here we are. You're gonna click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. Once you click on that, you see, become the woman who actually follows through. It is only $249. It is marked down, but it will go back up to $597. Scroll down. Feel free to read all of my reviews. I do not mind. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address. This is what I mean. The autocorrect gets you sometimes, and sometimes it inverts the letters. Please quadruple check this, because what you put in is where everything is going, okay? Yes, we'll fix it. That's why I want you guys to let me know you're in while we're live. So if you do misspell, we can still get you right to where you need to be. But please just quadruple check that so that doesn't happen, okay? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up, and then click right here where it says Start My Glow Up. Within 30 seconds, you should be receiving that first email from Stan. And the second email is coming from me, Jasmine Spencer. That's what it will say. I need you to confirm that you've received both, okay? I'm gonna show you guys again. You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice, come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this red button that says open. And then click this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, $249, become the woman who actually follows through. Now, I only invite my TikTok and YouTube live members to this, okay? Listen very closely before we move forward. January 26th, I'm doing a 30-day activation inside Glow Up Academy. This is for the woman who wants more accountability. She knows she needs somebody on her all the time, checking in. You know you need that extra accountability. If that is you, you know you need someone on you, checking in. You already know how you are, and you're trying to change it. If you want that added support inside Glow Up Academy, I want you guys to click on the second button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access plus 30-day activation, okay? That is a 30-day cohort that starts January 26th. You can only enroll on that while we're live here. That's not something for anyone else, okay? It's just for you guys. If that's the option you want, click on the second button, and then here we are, okay? That is $597, okay? All right. YouTube, let me show you guys, and then we're going to get started. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, you have to leave my live. You're gonna come to my YouTube channel, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. Click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, or if you wanna be a part of the 30-day activation cohort, you would click on the second one, okay? Yes, so you still get access to Glow Up Academy Lifetime. That doesn't change. That part does not change, absolutely. And then here we are, become the woman who actually follows through. Scroll all the way down, enter your name, quadruple check your email address, and click where it says I understand in terms of service, and then Start My Glow Up, okay? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set the timer. For the people who joined, give me 1 second. I'm about to start sending out that email now, okay? Okay, you guys, the timer has started. You guys have 10 minutes Let me see where we at. Taylor, can you check your email for me? And Erica, can you check your email for me? Okay. I need you guys to check your email for me. While I'm waiting for that, once you guys are inside Glow Up Academy, once you guys are inside, as soon as I get off of live, I hop right inside and I want to start knowing more about you. So I need you guys to respond to your inbox. There's a little message inbox icon right here. Please click on that and you will see a message from me. I want to know what you're struggling with. What have you tried? What are your ideas? What things have worked, not worked, all of the things, okay? So please make sure you respond to my message. I can't help you if I don't know what needs fix, okay? So please make sure you respond. Now, while you're waiting for me to get off of live, what I want you guys to do is go to the classroom tab. And I want you to click where it says start here, welcome and orientation, okay? Right here, this very first one. I have a 7-day orientation for you. It's very short, it's to the point, with a video and a small homework assignment that's getting you closer to your goals of building your business and all the things. There's a reason why I structure Glow Up Academy like this, okay? First of all, I already know that you are capable of any and everything, but I need you to know that. And a lot of times you don't know that because you keep giving up on yourself. So we're gonna rewrite the narrative by slowly doing things that we stick with and following through, and now we're building that self-proof. Okay, so every single day there's a small homework assignment for you to do. I want you to commit to doing that so that you can prove to yourself that not only are you able to start something, but you're able to finish it. That is the confidence that you need that carries you into all aspects of your life and the goals that you're trying to reach for yourself, okay? So make sure you guys are doing that. Now, the beauty of Glow Up Academy is you choose your path. You get to choose your path, okay? If you're ready to start building your business, then I want you to go to the Business Building Vault. I walk you guys through how to use Canva, sharing my screen and everything. So please make sure if you're not familiar with Canva that you watch that, okay? How to customize things, take things out, all of that. I also show you guys how to get better ChatGPT prompts so that you can get even more information out of it, okay? I also walk you through how to set up your LLC, your S Corp, your C Corp, how to file your taxes, and how to build your business credit. If you already have a product but you're struggling to make sales, then please go to the Marketing Mastery Vault, okay? I walk you guys through how to create content to attract an audience who wants what you're selling, what things to say, how to grow your platforms, how to get more views and comments and all of those things, okay? If you want to focus on your mindset, maybe you struggle with people pleasing, lack of boundaries, lack of confidence, self-belief, all of the things, go to the Mindset Vault, okay? If you want to focus on yourself this year, maybe this year you never put yourself first and you're ready to change that, go to the Self-Care Vault. This is how we start to build our self-worth, okay? The reason if you are lacking self-worth is because you never do things for you, because you feel bad for doing it. So we're going to fix all of that, all right? Now, maybe you want to grow your Instagram, go to the Instagram Vault. If you want to grow your YouTube, YouTube Vault. If you want to grow your TikTok or go live on TikTok, TikTok Vault. For my faceless creators, Faceless Vault. I walk you guys through how to build your audience as a faceless creator, all the things to do. Now you can get Canva to help you with all of that too, okay? So, Glow Up Academy, you choose your direction. There's no right or wrong path, all right? But don't forget to come to our Thursday coaching calls and our Sunday resets, okay? Okay. Now, before we move forward, I am still waiting on those 2 ladies to tell me they received their email. You guys, please do not get off of this live until you have confirmed to me that you received your email. You got everything that you need to get, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that, don't do that. All right, any questions on any of that? You guys have 7 minutes. Let's see. Ooh, I know that I have the power to make my dreams come true. I know that I have the power to make my dreams come true. Yes, come on in. Use Afterpay or Klarna. Absolutely. Ladies, if I was able to connect with you, why are we ending the connection here? Because this is what I know. Once I end this live, my voice is gonna fade. It's gonna fade. It always does. And you're slowly gonna revert back to your old ways. and then you're not even gonna remember this conversation. If you sat here, that's because I spoke to you. I connected with you in some way, shape, or form. So let's keep the progress moving, okay? So yes, make sure you come on in. I am strong, motivated, and ready to tackle any challenge. I am strong, motivated, thank you, and ready to tackle any challenge. Absolutely. It is 2026, the year of alignment. Stop telling yourself what you can't do. You haven't even tried. The definition of insanity is what? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. It gets you every time. And sometimes y'all don't even realize it. Listen to this one. Progress is to make small steps towards big goals. What did we say earlier? Progress is to make small steps towards big goals. When we were talking about failure, what did we say? When you give up, when you quit. But if every single day you commit to just doing something towards the goal, it doesn't have to be huge, you guys. It does not have to be huge. It's not all or nothing. It's not black and white. We got to get out of that thinking. There's a gray area, all right? Because something is better than nothing. You don't need 10 hours a day to work on your business. So sometimes you think, well, I don't have 10 hours, so I can't do my business. That's not true, because you don't need 10 hours. You do not need 10 hours. Let's start with 30 minutes. If you have time to catch up on your TV shows and you have time to watch lives, you have 30 minutes to work on your business or any goal that you have. Maybe your goal for 2026 is to lose weight. Okay, well, why are you not meal prepping? Why are we not exercising? Why are we not drinking our water, getting our steps in? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Okay? Yes, I got you. So that's what I need from you. Remember, progress is to make small steps towards big goals. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and click again where it says open, red button. And then click this top button that says Glow Up Academy, Lifetime Access, $249. Right here. Become the woman who follows through. Scroll all the way down, enter your name, quadruple check your email address, and then click Start My Glow Up. For those of you guys who want to be a part of the 30-day activation, the January 26th cohort, this is for the woman who knows she needs somebody on her every day because she already know what time she's on, okay? If that is you, then you will click on the Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access Plus 30-day activation, which is the second button. And then here you are. It is 5:46, okay? We start January 26th. Once we're in January 26th, you cannot come in later for the cohort, for the 30-day activation, okay? And it's only available to people on live. You cannot join that after you've joined Globe Academy. It's something totally different, okay? All right, any questions on that? Ladies, I'm still waiting on 2 people to tell me they received their emails. Y'all know how we roll, because a lot of y'all be on my lives, so you already know what we do. I like to know everybody is where they're supposed to be. I don't know if you got your email or not if you didn't say anything, okay? Because I don't know what it's supposed to be. Sometimes the autocorrect issue, you don't even realize that you misspelled it. But if you did not get that email from Stan within 30 seconds, then that's because there was an email mistake, spelling mistake. So let's just go ahead and fix it. Let's just go ahead and fix it. Okay, come on. You guys have 2 minutes and then we're closing it out. We got 2 minutes and then we're closing it out. Let's go, let's go. Any questions on any of that stuff? I am confident in my abilities. I am confident in my abilities. So we have 4 people in the 30-day activation cohort starting January 26th. So I like to keep the group very small. I like to keep it very small. So we have 4 people who are already enrolled. I really wouldn't want to go more than 6. So about 2 more slots left, and then we're gonna close it out. Because I like the small group better than the large groups because you're able to feel more seen. It's more private. It's more intimate. That's why I like to keep stuff small. So yeah, I don't have a set number, but I do believe that once we get to about 6, maybe 7, I think 7 might be the max, then we're gonna close it. Absolutely, okay? So yes, if that's something that you want, like, you need more discipline, accountability, you need somebody on you, you just really want more checkpoints week to week to make sure you're getting the stuff done that you said you want to do, then I would suggest you join the 30-day activation with the Glow Up Academy. Absolutely. And you can use Afterpay and Klarna for that too. But don't forget, that is something that you can join only while we're live. That's not open, because people who are on the live, we got a different process, okay? Right. So that's why I say that, okay? We already did that one. Ooh, things won't get better until you think better. Things won't get better until you think better. Good morning. Listen, what I say, if you got chaos going on in this head of yours, I already know you got chaos in your real life. You got chaotic friends, family, work environment, household, something going on that's chaotic as hell. Because if there wasn't chaos in here, you wouldn't even tolerate chaos in the external world. You wouldn't even tolerate it. You would be out. You would be gone. Wouldn't even be in your vocabulary. Absolutely. You know who you are. You know who you are. I am stronger than this sadness, and I will rise above it. I am stronger than this sadness, and I will rise above it. Every day you have a choice. Keep doing what you're doing, or change it. Fix it. Keep doing what you're doing, or change it. If you're on the fence, it's time to come on. If I was able to speak life into you, get you to see something in a different way, there was a reason for that. Okay. Yes, let me see. Ashley, can you check your email for me and let me know that you got everything? Please, please, please. Oh, that's our timer. That is our timer. Okay, we're done. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this morning. I truly enjoyed you. For those of you guys who joined Glow Up Academy, I'm hopping in now. You'll be getting a message from me in the next 5 to 10 minutes. For those of you guys who didn't, that was your choice. That's fine, but don't be confused as to why things aren't fixing, okay? If you have time to watch lives, you have time to change your life. You just choose not to, okay? Glow Up Academy is the space where you can change, but you chose not to. Okay, make sure you follow me if you haven't already. They do steal my videos, especially on TikTok, and then they make fake accounts and they try to message you. So please do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled. Thank y'all so much for your time. Have an amazing Friday, and I'll be seeing my glow getters in a few seconds. Bye, you guys. Bye, TikTok number 1 or 2. Bye, YouTube.